name is Pascale Gibon, and I am delighted to welcome you to the Everyday Life Balance Show, the podcast for men and women who want to create more balance and harmony in their life on a mental, physical, and spiritual level. Every Monday, you get access to insights, practical tools, and strategies on well-being, personal development, life fulfillment, and success from experts in their field and from me, your change catalyst. It is my mission to guide you to happiness and help you find greater joy, inner peace, and balance. This is an invitation to you, the listener, to transform your life one step at a time. Imagine if 5 simple shifts could help you feel more resilient, confident, and fulfilled. How would this change your everyday life? Hello, beautiful soul. I'm your host, Pascale Gibon, and today I'll walk you through the 5 S's of self-leadership, your keys to self-mastery and meaningful change. Each S builds upon the last, creating a powerful toolkit for self-mastery, gently guiding you towards your best self. Thank you for tuning in to episode 365. Have you learned from our series on goal setting and achievement? If not, I invite you to listen to episodes 358, 362, 363, and 364. What is goal setting worth without leadership? While setting goals is essential, real progress happens when we lead ourselves through the journey, staying accountable, disciplined, and resilient. We need to show greater levels of leadership to improve the quality of our lives and accomplish our goals. The greatest struggle we encounter in times of change is resistance to it. However, once we decide to move forward without relapsing into our comfort zone, it's essential to develop self-leadership skills. We will focus in this episode on the 5 S's of self-leadership to build resilience and confidence and accomplish what we desire. The first S is self-responsibility. We can move mountains when we take 100% responsibility for our lives. When we don't, we become trapped in a state of victimhood. Indeed, people who blame others for their circumstances remain stuck in blame and shame. It's other people's fault and not mine. Such a mindset allows other people to control our lives. On the other hand, self-responsibility is more empowering because it helps take control of our lives. We become our own agents and can respond to any challenge that comes our way. Is it fair to say that the remarkable Nobel Peace Prize winner Nelson Mandela took 100% responsibility for his life and actions? As a result of his inner wisdom, Nelson Mandela endured 27 years in prison, instigated the end of apartheid in South Africa, and served his country as president for 5 years. It's empowering to know that each small step towards responsibility adds up. Imagine beginning by increasing your ownership in one area of your life by just 1%. How might that gentle shift start opening new doors for you? Let's do this exercise now. In areas of your life that need improvement, what would 1% more responsibility look like? What are you inclined to do when you take 1% more responsibility for your finances, for example? Do you want to improve your spending habits? Would taking the course of eliminating non-necessary expenditures be a good one? Could finding ways to double your income be a great option? Will you purchase a finance book to manage your finances thoroughly? Do you choose to acquire a new skill to learn about money management? Now it's your turn. Choose one area of your life you desire to improve. Imagine you are already 1% more responsible. What's the one small action you would take today? You can write it down in your journal and set the intention to commit to it. I recommend creating a responsibility log with 2 columns, one for your goals and the other one for your daily actions. The second S is self-reliance. Self-reliance is about honoring the inner wisdom and strength we already possess, while knowing we can handle finding resources and solutions on our own. Self-reliance is significant when we become aware that we all have the answers we seek inside of us. Usually, instead of relying on our intuition or gut feeling, we rely on other people for answers, which confuses us sometimes. In this instance, we need to trust our gut feeling or intuition more. Have you had this experience where your gut feeling told you something, but you went the other way? I know from experience that trusting yourself is a journey. When we begin to rely on our intuition, we find resilience and creativity we never knew we had. I must emphasize that self-reliance doesn't mean avoiding support, but building inner resilience and resourcefulness first. We are resourceful and increase our resourcefulness when we ask ourselves empowering questions. Start with, how can I improve the situation? I hold the key. What is this emotion or situation trying to teach me? Self-reliance increases when you grow in self-awareness. Let's do this visualization exercise. Now gently close your eyes and recall a moment when you followed and trusted your instincts, and it resulted in success. Feel the confidence and empowerment from that moment. As you hold on to that feeling of confidence, take a deep breath and remind yourself you have the answers within and that this trust in yourself is always within reach. Now let's move on to the third S. It's self-discipline. Self-discipline is the ability to give yourself a command and to follow through with it consistently. Our leadership here lies in our ability to be disciplined enough to live our best lives. Self-discipline requires focus, willingness, and supportive habits that promote our emotional, physical, and spiritual well-being. Self-discipline is challenging without installing a routine that includes those supportive habits. What new supportive habits do you need to adopt to improve your self-discipline? Habit stacking is a gentle way of building new practices by linking them to the ones you already enjoy. This way, when we add even one small habit to an existing routine, it can create a ripple effect of positive change. Let me give you an example. If you already drink a glass of water every morning, you can add a new supportive habit, such as stretching for 5 minutes right after you drink or a 5-minute breathing exercise. The new suggested habit is a natural extension of your routine. I've mentioned the 20-20-20 principle, which is 20 minutes of meditation practice, 20 minutes of reading, and 20 minutes of physical exercise. However, if 20 minutes is too long, start small with micro habits. One of the main reasons new habits fall flat is because we try to make significant changes all at once. Starting small, maybe 5 minutes of reading or stretching, gives you something simple to look forward to daily. Consistency is essential, and starting small helps you nurture that consistency with kindness and patience. For example, if you use the 20-20-20 principle, you can change it to 5 minutes per activity instead of 20 minutes. The idea is to make the new habit so easy that it would be a shame not to do it. Once you have become consistent with the 5-5-5 principle, you can gradually increase the duration of your routine. In practice, let's identify the core element of the new habit you desire to establish. Then simplify it to its most basic version. For instance, if your long-term goal is to read a book per week, could you begin by dedicating just 5 minutes to reading daily? Now, let's build your implementation intention. An implementation intention clarifies when, where, and how you will act. For example, instead of saying, I will read more books, set an intention. I will read for 5 minutes every morning after I finish breakfast. Self-discipline may be challenging, but every consistent step you take is a step closer to your best self. The fourth S is my favorite, self-reflection. Self-reflection is a powerful and empowering thoughtful practice that helps us grow in self-awareness. Regarding self-leadership, personal reflection practice allows us to grow because we take the time to reflect on our thoughts, attitudes, behaviors, motivations, desires, and life challenges. Journaling, for example, is an exercise most individuals don't do enough to grow in self-awareness. When you fear doing the inner work, you miss experiencing the most significant breakthroughs and insights. Here is an example taken from my Self-Reflection for Inner Peace mini course. What is disturbing my peace right now? What would it mean to me to regain the sense of peace in my life altogether? Self-reflection is like holding up a mirror to your soul, gently allowing you to uncover the most precious insights that expand and uplift your life. To learn more about the mini course, go to www.pascalegibon.com/academy. To enhance your self-reflection practice, I suggest you set aside just 5 minutes each night to reflect on your day by writing a single sentence about a high or low point. If you've struggled with journaling, start by jotting down just one sentence each night. Allow yourself to reflect on a moment of joy or challenge, creating a sacred time to tune into your inner voice. And lastly, the fifth S is self-accountability. Self-accountability in terms of leadership means honoring the promises we make to ourselves. We take full responsibility for our actions, behavior, and promises. It's about ensuring that our actions align with our intentions. Therefore, self-accountability requires behaving with integrity and setting checkpoints to account for our actions and behavior. The checkpoints assess whether you are in alignment and on track with your promises. For instance, self-accountability enables you to assess your actions towards achieving your goals. Self-accountability is better achieved with an accountability partner, a coach, or a tracking system. You could set up a daily, weekly, and monthly accountability check-in. You could answer in your journal the following questions for your accountability check. Did I honor my intentions today? What will I do differently to improve my results? Where can I be more compassionate with myself as I grow? Leadership is a necessary skill we need to develop to improve our lives. When we show up at our best, we excel. Here is a recap of the 5 S's of self-leadership. Number 1, self-responsibility. Number 2, self-reliance. Number 3, self-discipline. Number 4, self-reflection. And number 5, self-accountability. Which of the 5 S's calls your attention today? Remember, growth is a gentle journey. Allow yourself to take it one step at a time, honoring your progress. Set an intention for the week, whether practicing self-discipline or self-reflection, and track your progress. I hope this episode has given you some insight into personal growth and success patterns. Remember to check out our goal-setting episodes and learn more about our self-reflection for inner peace mini course. As John C. Maxwell reminds us, success comes to those who have an entire mountain of gold that they continually mine, not those who find one nugget and try to live on it for 50 years. In other words, we find success in continual growth. Each of the 5 S's I've just shared can be gold, a source you can draw upon to lead yourself to a more fulfilling life. Thank you for allowing me to be part of your journey. Until next time, keep growing and trusting yourself, and know you are on the right path. I'm sending you lots of love and light. I believe in you. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you for reviewing and rating the Everyday Life Balance podcast on iTunes. And thank you for subscribing to this podcast so that you can continue to get training each time I release a new episode. I look forward to connecting with you next week. And as always, yes, you can dream it, create it, live it.